Got it. All right. So Tana's on. Good to see you, Courtney. Okay. So anybody being more intentional this last week? I hope. Oh, awesome. Nicole says she planned her meals in advance. So she was a lot more intentional in her meal planning, deciding what she's going to eat. I also know if anybody's seen Robin Dallen's posts about her meal prepping, cooking some stuff. She showed some pictures on there on the Facebook group. That is awesome. So I know intentional. Oh, set goals on how much she wanted to exercise. Nicole, you're right on it. I love it. So I'm telling you, being intentional is key. It helps you a lot because then it just lines things up so you know exactly what you're going after and what you need to accomplish. So today I have a little story that I want to share with you guys, and this is going to be fun. So almost 2 years ago, Heather and I are at Lowe's, and we are, hopefully everybody can hear me okay. I'm assuming you can. We're at Lowe's, and we're getting stuff to make, to put in the hub, in the gym. So we're looking around Lowe's, and Heather sees this shower head. So she likes like the big shower heads that have like the kind of like the water, like the raindrops or whatever, like the big thing. And so we decided to buy this shower head. Okay, so we brought the shower head, brought it home, and of course it took me probably a couple of days, but I tried to get the old one off to replace it, right? And the one that was currently on there, was pretty old, and it was stuck on there really good. So I was trying my hardest to just yank this shower head off, and I could not get it. So needless to say, we had this old shower head on there. So fast forward a year and a half, okay, we're in our shower, and because of that old shower head, and it kind of corroded, and so it eventually started leaking, and it started shooting out like the head where it connects to the shower head, and it leaking out, it's shooting like over the glass of like where the shower is, right? And so at this point, I'm like, okay, if we ever want to shower again, right, I've got to get this shower head off. So I got my tools, got some wrenches, and I knew I did this before. I'm like, this is going to be hard. Like I knew this was going to be a job, but I got my wrenches and I started cranking down, and I just put more effort into it or something, but I finally got this shower head thing off. And I knew I had to get it off because either A, we were going to not shower anymore and just have baths, right? Because it was shooting over the glass. Or B, I knew I had to call a plumber or someone else to help me get this thing off. So those are my choices, right? It was either that or get this shower head off. So I finally cranked it out, put more effort into it, got this shower head off, and I was able to replace it and put the new one on there. Well, this got me thinking because I feel like in life, and it's, before all this craziness, before all this pandemic, right? We had schedules, we were occupied, we were busy. There's probably a lot of things that we should do, but we never got to it, right? And so just like the shower head instance, I had a bigger why. I had the circumstance that I was faced with made me allowed to be, okay, I got to get this done. And I feel like the situation, the things that we're in right now, there may be some things in our lives that we've got to get done that we never had the time or the effort or maybe just even the brain capacity to spend on that particular thing before, where we had all this busyness, all these schedules, all this crazy stuff, right? And so the things I kind of want to go over today is to have you identify what that thing is. And I know we all have it, and it could be a myriad of different things. And I feel like everyone that's watching, I really don't think it's going to be, for instance, your fitness or your health, because I feel like you're already doing it. That's something that you were doing before, and hopefully that's something you're continuing on doing it right now, right? So that's something that you're already got it dialed in. You're already doing it. Like maybe you got specific goals that you still want to see and still want to reach. But I feel like there's something there's something that you could be doing, and it could be, maybe there's someone you need to reach out to, whether it's a friend or a family member that you haven't talked to in a while. Maybe you just need to reach out to that one person that you're like, hey, I've been thinking about you. I hope you're doing okay. Maybe it's, you want to write in your journal. Like I'm not a very good journal writer, but this is a great opportunity to kind of write down your thoughts, write down what things you're feeling, that so you can read it and see what it is like next year, and read back on that experience that you're doing right now. So maybe it's journaling. Maybe it's telling yourself like, hey, I'm going to start thinking about 2 or 3 things that I love about myself that I've been doing amazing at. And maybe it's just loving ourselves more, right? Being more appreciative of what we're able to do and what we've been able to accomplish during this time. So maybe it's loving yourself more. It could be a lot of different things, but I feel like the circumstances have allowed us to step back and to really kind of fix that thing that's been leaking probably over this, over this time. So yeah, that's something that I feel like is really important. And we have this opportunity to really see, hey, what in my life do I need to really focus on? Do I need to really change? What can I work on? Help me be a better person. So that's my little story. Is fix those leaky pipes. Does anybody have? So I know I talked a little bit about last week being intentional, but what are some things that you guys are going through that you may want to work on? What are some goals that you think like, hey, I'm going to focus on this week? If I have my health and fitness kind of dialed in, maybe I'm working out 3 times a week. I'm trying to eat better, not try to snack. What are some things you're like, oh, I'm going to work on this? I can tell you for me, one thing that I've kind of slowed down and I'm going to totally figure this out is that, and it's kind of funny because, with our business, we had a lot of credit cards, right, that we stacked up. And so for me, like I have fairly good credit, but I'm like, I got to get my credit better because I'm paying a lot of interest on our car loan, right? So me, I'm like, okay, I downloaded Credit Karma. I'm going to see exactly like where I need to be at so my credit score can go up. And I'm going to have a bigger, better plan to be like, okay, I'm going to get this done. Like that's something that I'm working on right now personally, is during this time, I'm like, okay, I'm going to have this plan. I'm going to figure out how to pay down some of these credit card debts, and I'm going to get my credit score up. So that's just kind of an example of what I'm doing personally to really kind of take a step back, work on something that is, meaningful, that I should have been doing a lot, earlier than right now. Tiffany says meal plans, less snacking. I like that. You got to have that goal. You got to have that intention, that plan in place, right? But I encourage you to, and obviously you guys don't have to tell me what this is, but take a little inventory, be aware of where you're at, and think about like, what's something that I can really work on to improve myself, to help me maybe be a little more happier. I think that's something that we're all kind of reaching, right? We all want to be a little more happy. We want to be a little bit more, happy in life, feel a little bit more joy. And so what's that one thing that's going to help you bring that more happiness? Some of you may have already heard this, right? But this is something that Bedros has talked about, and it's actually on the 28-day challenge site. If anybody's on there, you can see the mindset videos. He talks about controlling the three C's, right? So the first C, he says, is control. And so there's a lot of things that we do have control over. In fact, I went on a little walk this morning just to kind of clear my head and get out and get some fresh air. And we live by a golf course, and there's people golfing. And so, they're having fun. They're doing something that they enjoy doing. There's things that we can control. We can control how we react to things. We can control, our decisions. Like that's our biggest thing that we have to control, is how we decide to react and how we decide to choose things. So we have control over things in our life, and that's something that we have to be reminded of, is that let's be aware and conscious about the things that we can control, and we can choose, hey, I'm going to have a great day. You know, it's a Good Friday. A lot of people are doing some things together at this time as far as worldwide prayer for Good Friday and in overcoming this stuff. So what things do we have control of, and what things can we make sure that we're on point with our control? The second C that he talks about is cope. So there's things that we can't control, right? And those things that we're going to have to cope with, and we have to just kind of get through it, right? Obviously, some of the situations are not ideal, but if we can learn how to, okay, this I do have control over, this I don't. So I can't, if I worry a lot about this particular thing that I don't have control of, it's not going to help me much. It's not going to do me, much better. So we want to be able to cope with the things we can't control, be able to get through that stuff, right? And the third thing is he talks about is to concentrate on what's important. And I think, especially during this time, with being able to celebrate Easter, there's things that we should be concentrating on and things that are really most important. And that's, family. Sometimes it's, our spirituality. Maybe it's our faith. Maybe we do have health, right? And so that's a good thing to concentrate on, is that we can go out for a walk. We can go out and enjoy the fresh air and the scenery and stuff like that. And so remember that to concentrate on what's important and what counts. Let me ask, how's everybody doing? Did everybody have a pretty good week this week? Like, tell me a win that you had this week that was awesome that you got through. I'm just reading some of the stuff on Facebook Live. Courtney says she set her running miles goal to keep her motivated and to get the miles in. So she's right on it, is getting more running in and getting her miles in. That's good. Tiffany says meal preps and less snacking, which is awesome. But anybody else has a win? Oh, Ashley has a win. Let's unmute Ashley and see what she says. See if I can.
I was actually waving to Nicole, but I do have a win. Oh. I have 2 wins.
Let's hear it.
Firstly, I got my yard planted.
Oh, yes.
And I'm just finishing up. And my second win is that I did not call the crumble delivery man.
Ashley is awesome. So she said that she got some things planted in her garden, right? She did not call Crumble Cookies to have them delivered cookies, which is primo. And was there something else I missed?
No, and I was waving to Nicole.
Oh, and she was waving to Nicole. Very good. Nicole says hi. Awesome. Thanks, Ashley. So going on to helping with yards, Joy said she got her husband to actually help her in the yard. Whew, that's a win. Pat helped Joy in the yard. I love it. Courtney says she got a 6-mile run in on Wednesday. 6 miles. I cannot run 6 miles right now, so that's an accomplishment right there, Courtney. Good job. Awesome. Anybody else with a win this week that's been positive or good for you? Trisha has one. I'm unmuting Trisha. Yes.
I emptied out my basement, the food storage, and we got a huge dumpster, and it took us all day, but I swear it was like probably 100 pounds for each box. So I did that.
Nice. How did it feel to get it done?
Horrible. No, it was awesome, but I was so tired and exhausted for sure.
Awesome. So she cleaned out some storage, made some room, got rid of stuff. I love it. Okay. Thanks, Trisha. Thanks for sharing. All right. Celeste says, not my best week with food choices, but however, taking daily walks and 2 virtual workouts and cleaned up the yard. And her kids, Callie says her kids are still alive. Awesome, Celeste. I love it. Hey, that's a win, Celeste. That's great. And her husband joined them for a workout. I love it. Callie says, Coach Kelly says that her kids are still alive. That is a plus, especially when you have to teach those kids, right? I love it. Very good. Okay, so we got some wins, right? We have some good things, happening. So remember, first C, control what you can. Okay, remember to control what you can, and that you do have control. There's things that you can do. There's things that we can decide and we can choose. I'm gonna have a good day. I'm gonna make this a good weekend. If you have that attitude, you're much more likely to have a good day, to have a good weekend. So remember, control the things you can. The second C was to cope with things that we don't have control over, that we can affect. Doesn't matter what we do, it's not going to change. So remember to cope with the things we can't, and then to concentrate on what counts. So that's what's important, right? Concentrating on the things that count the most, that can affect us the most in our lives. So that's my little message for you this Friday. I hope it helps you. I hope everybody's doing well. I know Heather and I love you all very, very much, and we're grateful for this opportunity that we have to, even just see you a little bit on virtually on Zoom or on Facebook Live. We love the posts. We love everything that people are doing. I'm telling you, it is a big motivator when someone posts their selfie about when they just worked out. Like, it helps a ton. It helps other people. Like, I'm going to get my workout in. So keep doing that. We love it. People that are on, we're going to be doing another drawing this week. If people that have done 3 workouts or more, they're going to be a drawing. We're going to give away $20. So we'll do that on Saturday. Tomorrow we'll pick a winner. We'll be starting a new group of the 28-day challenge too. So I was mentioning that earlier, but if people that just got on, if you haven't or are not on that challenge for members, it's completely free. We'll be starting a new group on Monday. So there's some really good stuff. Remember, the biggest thing I want to give you is, hey, we got this. We're in this together. This is not going to last forever, okay? This is not a forever thing. We're going to get through this. We're going to be doing great. Remember, you got this, okay? Keep working out, because that's going to help you with your energy. That's going to help you with getting those good endorphins. It's going to help you just feel better. So make sure you get those workouts in. You guys are awesome. Have a great rest of your Friday. Have a great Easter. We love you. If we don't see you on tomorrow's Zoom workout at 8:30 a.m., we just want to make sure you have a great, great Easter weekend. Know that we love you. And, reach out to your coach or to us anytime if there's anything we can help you with. We try to reach out there and make sure everybody's getting checked up on. So hopefully you're responding back to the coaches and ourselves. And take care. Have a good rest of your day. We'll see ya.